Mairead, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk your fantastic series. What an amazing ride from start to finish. So my first question for you is, how did you get to be a part of this series?
So it was kind of a normal audition process. I guess it was like a self-tape to start with. And I loved the scenes that were sent. It was I can't remember what the second one was, but the first one was when Jane is trying to convince Susanna to leave, and and Susanna saying, well, where are we going to go? Like, it's not that simple. And I think that scene felt so layered. And later realizing, let's say, Susanna's scenario and knowing what she's actually not being able to say, I like really fell in love with the scene and their relationship and the characters. And then did a Zoom recall and met Jamie and the casting director and Laurie and Gemma and Meredith. And I think through meeting them and also through realizing that it was like all female at that, high level of producers and execs and stuff, that felt like really important. And yeah, I could feel how comfortable I felt when I was in the recall, and definitely the fact that it was all women there had a lot to do with that. So I knew I wanted to be part of it.
Your character goes through a whole lot in a small amount of time.
Yeah.
So for you, how do you, balance all of that and make sure that by the end of the day you still have your own head on?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it was quite like, I've from filming stuff in the past, let's say, where it's much more full on. I think I was quite grateful actually that this was, episode in and then episode out, and then I had time to like think about what Susanna's journey was outside of what we see on screen. And I think I really enjoyed kind of the imaginative nature of that, and having to think, okay, well, what has happened between the time when we last saw her and this scene now, and how has she developed as a person, and how have her experiences changed her. But it was, it's so helpful, I guess, to, have those conversations with the directors and with other characters. And I think, what you need to ground yourself in is the relationships and the truth of the scene. And it felt like that was everyone's priority. So yeah, doing that very much helped.
What would you say was the most challenging part of bringing your character to life?
I think maybe she's quite like front-footed and quite brash, especially in her kind of fancying of men, which isn't particularly my nature. So I think, having to have the scenes where she's really kind of eyeing up stable boys and things like that was a stretch for me. But I just had to kind of go at it with full confidence and hope for the best.
A ton of fun though doing it.
Yeah, and it's fun, and it's silly and kind of giggly, and it's also just amazing to see like female pleasure on screen, and to see like it from the perspective of the woman as opposed to the man, and for women not just to be kind of sexual objects. It felt like it was really empowering actually to film those scenes.
Why should audience goers tune into this series?
I think if you think it's not your thing, I think you'll be surprised. I think there's like something in there for everyone. It's a mix of so many genres that if there's like an element of something that you like in there, like fantasy or comedy or drama or romance, like I think you will find something in there. So yeah, give it a watch.
Thank you so much for speaking with me. I'm super excited for everyone to see the series.
Thank you so much.